Okay, so I get an email today from a prospective client who is interested in our hosting services. And when we quoted our hosting services, we included Microsoft Office with that because, again, we host Microsoft Office and a whole bunch of other applications. And most of our customers do host Microsoft Office with us because of the integration features. But this particular customer, and I get this question a lot, said, well, we already have Microsoft Office, or in this specific case, they have Microsoft 365. And so they wanted to know, they wanted us to pull Microsoft Office out of our quote. And so I decided to do this video just to show what the value of having Microsoft Office hosted along with ACT is, and specifically a lot of that having to do with integration between Office and ACT. And so I kind of wanted to show a little bit of that in this video. So that's the reason for the video, and so let's just jump right in. I'm going to go to our virtual desktop. The screen that you're seeing right here is coming from Orlando, Florida. This is my local desktop. And now the screen that you're seeing is actually coming from Bellingham, Washington, from our data center facility. And so I'm going to go over to Microsoft Office real quick. I actually go to Outlook. And this is the actual email that the customer sent in, or the prospective customer sent in. And so what I wanted to do was just go from kind of beginning to end. So I've got this email in from this prospect. I've been a bad sales rep, and I haven't actually added this person to our database yet. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to the database, and I can actually do that right from the email. So I'm going to go to the add-ins tab, and you can see I've got 6 buttons up here, all having to do with ACT. And the second one from the in the left-hand column here says create ACT contact. So right from an incoming email, I can create an ACT contact. And you can see that it's already put the person's name in the contact field, and it's put their email address down here. So that's, that's what you get to start out with. And so I'm just going to type in the company name. And even though their logo has it as one word, I think this company's actual name is 2 words. But I can fix that later if I find out that's different. His title is there, President. And then the phone number. Okay, the email address is already there. Not going to worry about phone numbers right now. We could go ahead and put in the URL or the website address for these guys. Okay, and that's it. I've got this person in my database now. Now, here's where the real cool part comes in. If I go now and see, I've got ACT open. In fact, we'll go do that, and we'll go look in the ACT database, look up company, and I just typed the word, I just had the word post in there from a search I did earlier. That's when I realized they weren't already in the database. So there I have it. I've got their record in the ACT database. Now, here's where it gets really cool. When I go back over to here, when I reply to this person's email, if I go back to the home ribbon and click reply, okay, and if I type up a message, okay, and when I hit send on this message, this email will automatically be linked to that contact record in ACT, because what happens when you send out an email, it looks at the email address and it looks for that person in the ACT database by that email message, and once that email is sent, it's going to automatically be included in the history section in ACT. Now, ACT is open right now, but it does not have to be open. So if I even if I close ACT, or if I never even opened it that day, just by going to Outlook and replying to emails that are in my inbox, all of that information is automatically recorded in the history section in ACT. So that's one of the huge benefits of having Office hosted along with ACT. They can see each other and you can go back and forth with things. Also from here, I just want to show you one other thing. I can attach this incoming email to this contact record as well. So if I click on that and click OK, actually I could have clicked on quick attach and it wouldn't even have brought me to the screen. It would have just done it. So now if I go back, and again ACT is closed, if I go back to ACT and I open it up, and if I right click the company field, click on look up company, click OK, and I go to that particular record. If I go to history, there's the email. Okay, so that's that part's really cool. I'll show you a couple other features real quick. For instance, if we wanted to write a letter to this person, we'll click on write and letter, and there's a letter in Microsoft Word to this person that I could send out that way. Also, if I go back to write and I go to email message from template, I can choose Microsoft Office or Outlook templates in here that I can send out as well. So that's in there. Another feature, if I go to the list view again and I click on this Excel button, because it's integrated with Microsoft Office, I can bring up this same list of records in my ACT database in Excel. So this could be a list of 1,000 records, it could be a list of 100 records, whatever. This one happens to be just those 3 that are in my current lookup because I did a search for the word post in the company field. Okay, so it could be anything. If I go to dashboards and I go to any of these dashboards, let's say this top left one up here, and I've got an Excel button there. So again, I just opened that information in the dashboard up. And these columns and these fields that you're seeing in here are going to be whatever I have set up in my list view or in my dashboard. So if I add more columns in my dashboard and I go to Excel, it's going to show those columns in here as well. So there's a lot of features there. If I go to opportunities, for instance, and I say, okay, here's all my opportunities. If I click on, there's an Excel button there. Anytime you've got a list view in ACT, you have an Excel button, and look, it's already totaled it for me. So if I need to do number crunching or whatever I need to do, I'm able to do in Excel now. And of course, number crunching is going to be something that you could do with opportunities or be using with opportunities more so. So there's all of that in there as well. And so I just wanted to show that. Plus the fact that now we have on this server, we have all of our Microsoft Office documents. If I open up my computer, go to our K drive, this is our company shared drive, and I go, you can see some Word documents here. There's an Excel spreadsheet. If I go to the My Documents folder on the K drive, we've split this up by particular user, so that if I've got some specific ones in here for me, and so again we've got all these Word documents and Excel spreadsheets. So you're getting everything you're getting with Microsoft 365, which means now you no longer have to have Microsoft 365. So you could eliminate that as an expense because you've got Microsoft Office in the cloud anyway when you've got it with us. Plus the fact that it's now integrated with ACT. So and the important part of that is, and one of the things I want to really mention here, especially with Outlook, Salespeople, one of the worst things you can do with a salesperson is give them extra work to do. You don't want them doing anything but selling. So you want to make things as easy and as fluid as possible. A sales rep has a tendency to just go into Outlook and open up things and reply to emails. That's what they need to be able to do. They need to be able to respond to those emails in a quick manner. And if in the natural flow of things, history is getting recorded back in ACT, that's the best of all worlds, because now as a sales manager or a business owner, you can go to ACT and you can say, okay, well, how many emails did Jim send out today? Jim being one of our sales reps. So, you can go to Top Line Dash and you can go to Key Performance Indicators, and because every single email that is getting sent out is getting reported. Look, here it is, 210 emails in whatever the time frame. This is a history key performance indicators. That's what KPI stands for. And that just tells me how many emails that have gone out over a particular period of time. So the point is that it's automatically getting captured because the two are integrated together. And that's why it's a good idea to also host Microsoft Office with us, because of all the nice features that you get with ACT and Office integrated together, and they're valuable features. Well, that's it. I hope you got some good value out of this, and appreciate your time in watching it.